99-cent rental.
This is 99 Cent Rental. I'm your host, Brian White, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Dave White. Hey, Dave, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm all right. I ordered a sandwich earlier for dinner. It was a turkey and Swiss wrap. It's a pretty standard. It's my standard go-to deli sandwich. Mm-hmm. This is the place we usually go to was closed. This is real thrilling podcasting, by the way. Place we usually go to is closed for vacation.
Well, you got to take time off.
That's true. I don't begrudge them. But we went to this other place that I historically have not cared for, but we gave them another try, and they delivered my turkey and Swiss wrap, which is how would you would assume that sandwich would arrive?
I would imagine that it was rolled up and then wrapped in paper.
Mm-hmm. And what temperature would you think it would be?
Well, I would imagine that it would be like a cold sandwich.
You would imagine that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That would be the best way to eat
it.
But
that's typically how I would order it. I would not want one of those hot.
Yeah. No, you definitely don't, because it is slimy and disgusting. I'll tell you that much.
Like it was sitting in the delivery guy's bag in his
No, they heated it up.
That's gross.
Yeah, it had like grill marks on the outside. It's a deli sandwich.
That must be like that's like their signature thing. Like, don't go to the other guys for a turkey wrap. Come to us because we grill it, and then you get it, and you're like, I was not expecting this. This is an unpleasant surprise.
Well, it is, because I'll tell you what, Swiss is an oily cheese, and when it is griddled, it is very unpleasant. So
yeah, no good.
It was. It's terrible. I was going to open with talking about Kim Davis reemerging, and then I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to talk about Kim Davis.
Yeah, I saw that she had reared her head again, and you know what? I was like, I can tell what's going on. I don't need to know about this. Yeah. I hope she fucking burns in hell.
Yeah, that fucking sentient Amish house dress can just eat a whole bag of shit for all I care.
And the thing is I guarantee, just because the way that the times are right now is she was in need of money. Mm-hmm. And knew that if she went on the public record and said, oh, I got canceled for my conservative beliefs, that she could then turn around and go to Give, Send, Go and have people throw about $3 million at her. Like that lady who said the N-word at the park and then got like paid $2 million by people who were upset that she was canceled for her conservative beliefs.
And look, you can buy a lot of frumpy Christian dresses with $3 million.
Yeah, you cannot buy self-respect, and you cannot buy love. That woman will die alone.
Yep. It's good. It's a good way to start. God bless her. Woo!
Ow! Just coming in there. Listen, I'm gonna crack a little bottle of cheer wine here.
Sensitive, she's not.
It's a joke, your sensitivity.
Get used to that, everybody. It's going to happen a lot more.
We're probably going to do a lot of singing in this episode, even though there's only like 3 songs in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to explain to someone who never had the experience what a trip to the video store was like back in the day. The shelves were choked with absolutely bizarre crap made on tiny budgets, completely divorced from any recognizable reality, and it was the best. We intend to talk about every one of them. Just before we get into it, it's a little housekeeping, if you will. If you want to keep up with us between episodes, you can also find us on Instagram. Bring Me the Axe Pod. Dave's over there at That Queer Wolf. Mm-hmm. You should go ahead and give us a follow if you do that whole Instagram thing.
I have not been into the Instagram lately.
I post stories that I repost a lot of stories that I find funny.
Yeah, I like art. I like cartoons. But lately, I'm just like I can't. I don't have it in me.
It's too.
The world is just full of monsters,
and it's so hot out.
It is extremely warm outside.
Yeah, and if you don't know, we have another show called Bring Me the Axe. Our latest episode covering the 1984 BBC nuclear war bummer Threads is out now, and we'll be back next week with a look at Werner Herzog's 1979 Nosferatu, the Vampire.
It feels like we recorded Threads 17 months ago.
I feel with that 2-week series that we just did really put me through it.
I don't know what the hell I've been doing in the meantime, but it feels like it has been a long time.
We've got a lot going on. Oh boy, yeah. Only this frosty bottle of cheer wine can cheer me up. Here we go.
Oh, fucking! It's not even worthy of glass.
Oh shit! It tastes even better in the glass bottle.
I wonder if you were like, hey, sponsor this show. And then they heard me being like, what is this fucking toilet wine? And they were like, never.
I know.
Listen, if Cheerwine people, if you're listening, I've never actually tasted this beverage. For all I know, it is, the most delicious thing. It is the nectar of the gods.
It's the banter. It's the banter. We do it for the banter.
Yeah.
Yep. If you would like to support us on Patreon, you can look us up over there at patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. There's a couple of tiers you can join there. Subscribers to the $5 a month tier can look forward to our bi-weekly X-Files rewatch pod. Do you think I'm spooky? We are around in the corner.
I think this is it. I think
we are down to 2 episodes of the first season.
I think we're about to close out the first season.
That's right. It felt so far away.
I was thinking about it.
Here we are.
I was thinking about it today. There are like 11 seasons of this show. And like a good 5 of them are probably solid.
Yeah.
That's like a half.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's also our monthly Bring Me the Axe Millennium Edition, which is a bonus episode in which we explore a modern horror movie. Our current episode out right now is about 2008's Pontypool. It's a different kind of zombie movie.
Yeah, go watch Pontypool and then go listen to the episode. But first, sign up on the Patreon.
You should.
Give us your money.
There's also my bi-weekly DJ show, Radio Free Haddonfield. The weeks when Do You Think I'm Spooky is off. The current episode is a whole hour-long playlist of just dank stoner rock doom metal jams.
I was thinking about putting together a country mix.
All right. Step outside the comfort zone.
I like country music.
Yeah, you like your Toby Keiths and your
my Toby Keiths. My George's Strait.
George Straits. Yeah. Yep. You can expect a surprising mixtape of everything from rock to disco to punk over there. And all Patreon subscribers, even the free tier, get access to our Discord server. Paying members get access to additional channels, voice and video chat, the watch parties option. Once again, that's patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. I jumped ahead. I should have mentioned it. But yeah, come on down to the Discord. And if you are a paying Patreon subscriber, you can watch movies with us on Friday night.
Yeah, you can watch classics like this movie we're about to talk about.
We watched this movie, and I'm pretty sure everybody was pretty puzzled. But they stuck in there. They stuck it out with me.
It's the first time I've watched it sober. I still thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, and lastly, if you like what you hear, you can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on YouTube. Search us by name and subscribe if you prefer to consume your podcast that way. And you'll be doing us a favor by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So get to it. What's taking you so long?
Please do. And if you don't know what to say, maybe you get in there and you give a 5-star rating. I would give you a 5-star rating. So that's why you should give us one. But also, if you don't know what to say and you want to say something, tell me what your favorite television movie is. Because I love television films. You do.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be kind of like shoring up resources, because I'll tell you what, I don't care for them.
Oof.
I don't care for them. We'll get into that as we sort of dive into the meat of this episode.
I mean, we have watched 3 in a row, so.
Yeah. And if you listen on YouTube, do us a favor, give the episode a like, leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys.
Tell you what, though, this is not the last one we're going to be watching this year. There is one more coming up.
I think we got some already, like on our wish list for next year. Mm-hmm. And I think I might have put one on there. So
actually, we've got 2 coming up.
Oh shit!
We've got one in October. We might have one in October and in November.
Oh wow! Yeah, you truly are a connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to get that all out of the way right at the top of the show, because this is a TV movie. It has no trailer.
Yeah,
but I did find an Everything Is Terrible compilation clip of it, so we're gonna put that on instead.
How long is it? Is it a long one?
No.
Okay. Donnie, why don't we just forget it?
Sensitive, you're not. It's a joke, your sensitivity. Sensitive, you're not.
Best part of the movie right there.
Oh, a nightmare.
You want the job? To be my private nurse for a couple of weeks.
Gary, you just can't ask her to...
Why not? She's a nurse. She gives massages.
So neither of us has any idea where we're going.
That's right. But I guarantee we'll wind up someplace sensational.
It's hard to believe, but this house is 30 years old.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
Sensational. I'll take it.
Don't you want to know how much it is?
Go ahead and draw up your papers. I'm sure we'll find a way to work out the details.
Margaret?
No, I'm sorry. You must mean somebody else.
Margaret.
I hear you met Tanya this morning.
Who?
My model friend.
Oh, and this must be your live-in nurse. Now, let's take a look at the house. It looks super. Oh, honey, there are a couple of bags in the car. Bring them in, would you?
Fucking Tanya.
Why didn't you remind me how good you play?
I thought that's what I was doing.
Oh, not the piano, baby. Not the piano.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's wretched.
She's like booze. Too much can make you sick, but the first couple of shots are terrific.
Some of us must have a lower tolerance, I guess.
Oh, snap.
I'm going to take me a steam in Gary's bathroom and get the road dirt off. Oh, dear God! What was all that stuff about the shower filling up with blood?
I don't know. Too many pills.
Margaret,
It's not my name. Why do you keep calling me that?
please. You mustn't stay here. The evil's still there. And no one can stop it.
She's got Missy lipstick.
This is the
Evil.
best. This movie's the best.
Oh my God.
You're a rock musician, aren't you?
A musician, not exactly rock.
Classical?
No.
Jazz?
No.
Then it's rock.
Yep, that's all of them.
We play both types of music.
Too bad about that crack. How did it happen?
I don't know. Maybe Tanya threw something at
I
me.
got a glazer in
I know
Frisco.
a glazier in Frisco that can do a real good repair job on that. Would you like me to take it back with me?
That'd be great, Arthur. 2 people are dead.
Oh, honey, those were accidents.
And he didn't just fall into that mirror.
Even with all the problems, and even with the horrible accident, I really like being in this house.
Look, it's a terrific place. What the hell? But who's Margaret?
Who's Margaret?
You are. You're Margaret.
No, my name is Sheila Moore. What's the matter? What is it?
Oh, I got a headache.
It's the house. It's alive. It's doing this.
Yep, there it is. It's the This House Possessed highlight reel.
Sensational.
It's terrific.
Oh, God, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Look, we watched those 2 movies.
Okay,
back to
so
back.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, just to kind of roll this out, like, we really just went through like 2 weeks of just intense bummer despair, like real hard shit that really kind of put us through it, and it's nice to kind of shake it all off with something incredibly fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
Just shake off the road dirt.
Take a steam.
Oh, God. Yeah, I thought of what's the dumbest movie I could think of that is also hilarious? It's this.
It's the perfect palate cleanser. Oh shit, yeah. I don't know. When it comes to made for TV, with a couple of exceptions, I kind of feel like I'm getting ripped off.
There's definitely a feeling of trying to appeal to everybody. You also have to tone down a lot of the core components of the genre. Because this is technically, it's not a horror movie, but it kind of is.
It's
more
a
like
it's a gothic movie.
Yeah, it was originally called American Gothic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that's what you have to do. So for people who don't know much about this era, there was a period from like 1968, 69 to about 1981 where television made for TV movies were almost always horror movies or like supernatural or thrillers. And that is because that was what was extremely popular in the theaters. And because the theaters were getting very big and the drive-ins were pulling teenagers away from TV, they were like, all right, how do we get kids back? I know, we'll make made-for-TV movies. And so they would get like, it's like you get like Dardano Sacchetti to write you 1,000 scripts. 100 of them are going to be okay and usable. You grab whoever is the hottest person, your Kate Jackson's is, your Scott Baio's is. You stick them in the movie. You spend 150 grand on it, and that's it. And so you get these like cheap, cheesy movies that, for me, I think sometimes. So a lot of them are garbage. Some of them are actually pretty good.
There's like, there's a few. And then like in the 1980s, like we get a wave of them that are like TV events. Like you get shit like the Lonesome Dove movies. You get the North-South like epics.
I think that's because Roots was really big.
Oh yeah.
And Roots was like a 2 or 3 part.
And then like a Mick Garris Stephen King adaptation, you know?
Yeah, that's what you get. You start to get those in the 90s. They really sort of take over. And you could do them because they're cheap. Horror is always cheap anyway. But like, these were ways to like try to lure kids back to watching TV on a Friday or Saturday night. Because if you remember, in the 60s, starting in the 60s, that's sort of the first generation that actually has some disposable income and has a sort of distinct social life away from their parents. Like everything before that, I mean, kids were kids. Kids have always been kids. But like, you sort of just lived with your parents until you didn't. And everything you did was kind of built around that.
Yeah.
But in the 60s, that's where you get the first teenage generation. It's literally where the word comes from. Is like that era where you get the boomers kind of growing up. So they're trying to lure them back, and they're like, "What? This is what the kids love." But you can't do the same shit on television that you can do in movies, especially when you're up against like The Exorcist,
right,
or Rosemary's Baby. Like Rosemary's Baby is a relatively tame movie,
but you still couldn't do that.
No.
Like, and this one in particular, like you can tell that this one is still skating off the success of the Amityville Horror.
Oh yeah, and they are out of ideas. This movie is every single horror trope you could imagine thrown into I guess a barely coherent plot.
Built around just the shittiest cast.
That is a bizarre cast.
Yeah. Let's take a moment to talk about that, shall we?
Okay.
So the year was 1981. Year of our Lord. Yeah. So here were some other made-for-TV movies that were released that year. And they all sound like Troy McClure movies.
I'm going to tell you all about them.
Here we go. The Best Little Girl in the World.
I believe that's about a girl with an eating disorder. Isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. But now I have to. Let's see. The Best Little Girl in the World.
It's part of that like teenage kids out of control teenage drama.
A young girl develops an eating
disorder.
Yeah,
I'm good at this.
And the poster for it is hilarious.
Yeah. Those are also very, very good.
Oh shit. It's
so many of them are about like young girls running away to become prostitutes.
Yeah.
It's such a bizarre trend.
Executive produced by none other than Aaron Spelling.
Oh, Aaron Spelling is responsible for, I'm going to say conservatively, 35% of these films.
Yeah, for sure. Oh shit. We get Jennifer Jason Leigh. Ali Sheedy.
Jennifer Jason Leigh's an undersung actor, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of undersung actors, you know who else is in this? Michael Dudikoff.
Really?
Yeah. One of the things is I kept seeing his name pop up in like the cast lists of these movies. So
the dude himself.
Yep. So here we go. Number 2, The Child Bride of Short Creek.
Oh, I think you know what that one's about. It's all there in the name.
Yep. And then we get Dark Night of the Scarecrow, which
that is a good movie.
I'll give it to him. That's a good one.
I mean, it does involve a very strange pedophile subplot. That's a little bit vague.
I don't recall that.
So that's a movie. Frank DiFolita directed that. I think he wrote it too.
Yeah, it's got
and Frank DiFolita.
Larry Drake is the
Scarecrow.
Yep.
Frank DiFolita he wrote The Entity.
Yep.
And he was like a screenwriter, but he would write novels specifically to pitch them.
Oh
for
yeah, yeah.
movies.
We've covered that like several times in the course of this. Like The Sentinel was a case like that, where that was written by a guy who was a lawyer for a studio who was like, I want to get a movie made. So he wrote a fucking book.
Yeah. And Frank DiFolita is actually a pretty decent writer. He wrote a bunch of other books too that I've read a couple of them, and they're all horror. They're like the real like pulpy horror, but he's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
He's not a good director.
No, we also get The Girl, The Gold Watch, and Dynamite.
Okay, I don't know what that one is. That sounds excellent.
It is a sequel to The Girl, The Gold Watch, and Everything from the year before, directed by this movie's director.
I feel like Everything also includes Dynamite.
Yeah. It's American cultural shorthand for just stuff blowing up.
Oh, I was hoping that like Dynamite was like a jive talking guy.
It might be, because the premise to the first one, I looked this up, is
he was like Huggy Bear.
The girl is played by Pam Dauber. The guy is played by I'm losing it. He's the lead in Airplane.
Leslie Nielsen.
Not Leslie Nielsen. Robert
Culp.
No, fuck.
Isn't Robert Culp in Airplane? He's in one of them.
He might be. Who am I thinking of?
In Airplane?
Yeah.
Not Leslie Nielsen.
Not Leslie Nielsen.
The other guy.
No, the lead guy, the dude with Robert Hayes is the lead. Robert Hayes is the guy. Yeah. Yeah. And what it is, the gold watch in particular, when you hit it, use it like a stopwatch, it stops time.
Okay, but who plays Dynamite?
Oh, let's take a look, shall we?
Oh my God, please let it be Esther Roll.
So Dynamite is not a person?
Ah, God, they blew it. They wasted the opportunity.
Yeah.
Damn, James.
A magical watch that can stop time becomes the focal point in a land swindle.
Yeah, you could have found some better movies than these.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We've also got Sydney Shore, a girl's best friend.
Is that about a homosexual Jew?
Let's see. Oh, you can buy it on DVD.
Well, that means that's part of the Warner collection.
Oh my God. A well-to-do gay gentleman in his 50s.
Yes!
Sydney Shore befriends a troubled single mom and her young daughter in Central Park.
Fuck yes.
Let's see. The Sydney Shore, the gay gentleman in particular, played by Tony Randall.
Well, Tony Randall.
Yep. Let's see. Anybody else in here that's worth talking about? Nope. You have a weird sense about these movies.
Yeah. Because they're all social issues. They're all built around social issues. If they're not horror or supernatural, they're usually built around like eating disorders, drug addiction, prostitution is a huge one.
Were those this is like the one that we're doing tonight is like a Monday night at the movies sort of thing. Were those also those kinds of movies? Because a lot of them sound like they were like after school specials.
Nope. These were like Friday or Saturday night movie, Friday night movie.
Same thing. Right.
They were toned down a little bit. Those movies were made to after school specials were like shit for kids. They were literally, that's what they were. They were shit for kids to watch after school when they got home.
Yeah.
They were on like ABC.
Always had a message.
Yeah.
Don't drive drunk to the prom.
And these movies, and don't laugh at it if you're in fucking health class. You get kicked out immediately. You fail a class or whatever. These were movies you were supposed to watch with your kids.
Okay, because they were going to have questions.
Yes, because here's the way. Because obviously you can't just have a discussion with your children about fucking anything. If any of you are over 40, you understand that very well. But these would be like prompts, so like you could, what did you think of this scene, Shannon? And she'd be like, well, sometimes at school I skip lunch too. Shit like that. And
well, listen up, Debbie. Would you ever sell your body to buy heroin?
And so they get progressively crazier, though, where it's just like, now what if an adult man kidnapped you from a bank one day and now you're his bride? What do you do?
What was that one? I think we talked about that one recently.
I can't remember what it's called. It has Martin Sheen in it, though.
Oh, that's right.
It's like some like Sweet Innocence or something like that. It's Linda Blair and Martin Sheen.
Man,
it's so
Linda
fucking
Blair's
bad.
career is crazy.
Yeah. And so like I fucking love those movies because they are ridiculous.
Like I see the thing is I can totally understand the appeal of them, and I don't know what the roadblock is, because I also love just like baffling, completely out of like movie, because I think the key quality of these movies that like makes them so like distinctly made for television is how like out of touch they are with what's like really going on around them, mostly because they have to, like you said at the top, they have to have the sort of broadest appeal, because ultimately it's a vehicle to sell advertisements, and they also have to be as you don't want to be getting offended by it. Like you can't.
Yeah, they have to be sort of like innocuous in their way, but they're also sheer exploitation movies, because what they are is exploiting like parents' fears of what's going to happen to their children, and so they are so over the top in their melodrama and in their like absurd plot lines, and like it is just wild. And they would also use them to promote stars who were in like new series. So when,
in this case, like tonight's movie stars, we're going to talk about Parker Stevenson a little bit, but it
stars two people from.
Yeah, right. But like, in spite of the fact that the Hardy Boys Mysteries was canceled after 3 seasons, like he was still
fucking love that show.
I did too. Oh my God. When he came up, I like immediately went to YouTube to like look up the intro, because the intro song used to give me the creeps when I was little.
I love that show.
I was like 4 years old, so
yeah.
But yeah, I loved that shit. I also read those books when I was little. Like, the whole thing. I had kind of like very warm Gen X nostalgic memories about this guy.
But I bet if you went back and read those books now, you'd be like, oh, those don't age well. You can't call people that anymore.
I was about to say, we're using that word, are we? No, but
I don't think they like being called Injuns anymore.
No, but like his whole thing is, the whole reason he was in this is because he struck a deal like after that, like he was still like hot, and he still had like a development deal with ABC. And so they had this kind of like one for you, one for me deal with him, where he had like established a production company, and they were like, okay, we've got like a shitload of these scripts kicking around. Like, you pick one of ours, and then we'll produce whatever the fuck you want to do within reason. And so that's kind of how he ends up in this incredibly fucking stupid movie. Like, he probably,
I mean, that's also how they ended up on shit like Battle of the Network Stars. Like, nobody wanted to be on those shows.
No, the one thing that I kept, because if you, some of the like this is like, we're like, obviously we're padding it out here. We're talking about TV, made for TV movies broadly, because there's just nothing to really talk about as far as this movie goes beyond the movie's plot. There's no like record keeping. Nobody gives a shit about made for TV movies in the same way
most
that
of these movies do. If you want, there are some that you can still find on TV. Like, you can find shit like Bad Ronald, like stuff that people really, really remember.
Yeah.
Bad Ronald. There's another one that Guillermo del Toro did a remake of it. Not that long, or not Guillermo, he produced it maybe. Yeah. But like there were a few that people really remember. But for the most part, you're gonna find these all on YouTube.
Right.
Maybe
which
on
is where
like
we found
Tubi.
this one.
Yeah. This is a bit of a deep cut too.
Yeah, but where I was going with that was all of I did manage to find a couple of articles that were like interviews with him that were like in some like Syracuse, New York newspaper. And it was
there's an AP article that was like widely circulated.
Okay, so it was probably that one. But he was talking about, he did one of those like Circus of the Stars, Battle of the Network Stars type things, but it sounded positively fucking dangerous, where it was
like a Japanese game show.
It was a rally across the African continent, like 3,200 miles in 6 days, in a car going 120 miles an hour. He said like they crashed into a bus at like 45 miles an hour, and then like they just bounced off the bus and shit.
Killed 65 Ghanaians.
And I was like, what? Like, shit was getting crazy in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think that's probably why I love these movies, is that they're just such cheap trash.
It is such a weird period in television too, because like we're starting to move away from like like we've talked about it in the past where like early television and made for TV movies are not like a thing that was really that sort of popped up in the 60s. Like when I was looking into this,
It's at the end of the
they go
60s.
back to the sort of dawn of television itself.
Well, sort of.
they're
What you
mostly
get-
they're mostly plays.
Yeah, you get teleplays and you get those sort of like, the Lucky Strike Playhouse kind of things where it's just like a one act thing. But the first TV movies proper, you get in like the mid 60s.
Right. But also in the 60s, we're still doing a lot of variety shows and panel shows.
Yeah.
And so in this, in the 1970s, these are still really hot. Hollywood Squares, the Match Game, all of that sort of stuff, the Brady Bunch Hour. And so we're getting into like the 80s and we're shaking that off. And so like you can still sort of see the taint of the 70s TV on this because this movie's also got like a musical portion to it.
It's so bizarre.
It is very, very bizarre. And I was asking you, I was like, was he trying to like launch a musical career off the back of this?
No.
Because that was famously Sean Cassidy's thing, his co-star from the Hardy
Except
Boys.
Sean Cassidy actually, so he obviously comes from a musical family. His brother is David Cassidy. His mother is who?
Oh shit, I can't remember. Patty Duke?
Nope, that's Sean Astin's.
Oh yeah.
His stepmother? I don't know. His father was a producer, and that's sort of how he ends up. Like David Cassidy ends up in the Partridge Family. But yeah, and Sean Cassidy is relatively talented. He's not a singer anymore. Now he's like a television producer, and I believe both of them actually. Parker Stevenson is also a television producer now.
Yep.
He occasionally pops up in things, but
His parents were Jack Cassidy and Shirley Jones.
Jack Cassidy. Yes, Shirley Jones. I was like the mother on the show.
That's crazy.
Yep. She's actually his stepmother, I think.
Okay.
But regardless, so that is his brother, and so I think there was some musical ability there, and they were probably like, "Well, he does it. Maybe you want to give it a try."
They were doing it with like basically everybody. It's kind of like how that fucking Disney Channel does that with like all of their stars, because like like the Leif Garrett was also doing that, and I think who's
when he wasn't in those fucking weirdo Grindhouse movies.
I know. Who else was it? The guy from Eight Is Enough, Charles in Charge, Big Cokehead. He's in Cut and
Oh,
Run.
buddy. He's
Bible
now
Man.
he's Bible Man. Yeah.
I can't remember. I think they tried to launch one with him too.
Yeah, so that was the thing though, is like you had two sides. You had this one that was like that pre-Disney kind of dream factory just cranking people out. The other side is you get sort of the very early era of prestige television where people are starting to make things like Hill Street Blues. You start to see weird shit like In the Heat of the Night, like the television series. Like you're starting to see people being like, maybe we can actually do something interesting with that. And some of that shit comes from television films, like long form content, because you can't really do that.
Oh,
in a
sure. Yeah.
sitcom
Like even in the
format.
70s, like Kolchak.
Yeah.
The TV, even though there's like 10 episodes of the show.
There's 13 episodes.
Yeah. It came from 2 TV movies.
And those were novels too. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. And I think that's why I like them so much is it's like the fucking Wild West of television.
They're super eclectic. I should like them, but there's just a vibe about them. I think it is just the cheapness, the fact that the thing that is very, very, I'm very keen to when I watch these is how utterly artless they are.
Yes, there is no artistry at all to any of them.
Because even like some of the worst movies that we've watched have a weird artistry about them.
Yeah, this is pure kitsch. Like everything about them is just
like
disposable.
TV is not, like movies. That's the world of like directors, right? Like auteurs. TV, it's all about producers and writers.
Yep.
And oftentimes they're the same person.
Yep.
And so it's entirely different. And directors are just utility players in the whole thing.
Yeah,
They're
I
the
mean, if
guys
you
who
look at the fucking crew of this movie, they're like the stalwart TV people.
Yeah.
People that go back to like the 1950s.
Speaking of our director, William Wyard, I think that's how you say his name.
Yes.
He did TV.
Yeah. He
Lots
directed Ski Lift to Death.
I was going to say, I've got Ski Lift to Death, Deadly Lessons, and Help Wanted, Mail.
Ooh.
Want to take a guess at that one?
I think it's all in the title.
I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such television films as Deadly Lessons and Help Wanted, Mail.
Yeah, this guy's done so much fucking
I know,
TV.
his list is crazy. He goes back to the 1950s. He started out as like a sound editor and just like immediately fell into directing because, as it turns out on television, anybody can direct a fucking episode of television.
You start out as a male boy at RKO and now you work your way up, I guess.
Right.
It's also, so it's written by a guy named David Levinson, and the two of them made 3 movies together, and they're not related. This is one of them, obviously.
Like The Girl, the Gold Watch, and everything.
Yeah, also including Dynamite. It's in there in the name. You could have come up with a better name.
In parentheses, featuring Dynamite.
Yeah. But David Levinson I believe he created Mrs. Columbo. And that's the Columbo spinoff. And the funny thing about
I had
Mrs.
no
Columbo,
idea that was even a thing. Again, that is like a Troy McClure show.
Well, so Mrs. Columbo, the joke is that you never actually see Mrs. Columbo. He makes references. Peter Falk makes references to her.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit. Nobody fucking cares about any of this, and I know all of it.
You have encyclopedic knowledge of television, and I'm glad because this is a blind spot for me.
So Mrs. Columbo, the joke is that he brings her up all the time, but you never actually see her. Yeah, and they do this trope in a lot of shows, especially from the 70s and 80s. Where we're like, you know how like was that terrible Tim Allen show where you just see the top of the neighbor's head?
Yeah, the fucking Home Improvement.
Yeah, it's like shit like that where it's kind of a running gag, and so then they do Mrs. Columbo, and I can't remember. It's somebody like
it's
I don't
just
know,
her
Angie
going to the
Dickinson.
market talking about Mr. Columbo, and you never see him.
No, because she's also a detective. I can't remember who plays her, but it's like somebody like Angie Dickinson. It's not Angie Dickinson because she was on Police Woman at the time, but yeah. So like he created that.
You know entirely too much about this shit.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Yeah, see, she could have been on that because she was on Love American Style at the time.
Hey.
And The Love Boat as a featured player.
No, there was, who's on The Love Boat? Gavin McLeod. Murray.
Yep. So our cast, we've mentioned him, Parker Stevenson, who's probably best known for playing Frank Hardy. I assume that just because that's what I attach him to. But also,
I think so. He's on Baywatch.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was on the very first doomed season of Baywatch before it was recast and went to syndication.
And was much sexier.
Was it?
No,
when they brought it back. When they brought it back, it was like, oh, yeah. Ladies,
the original was just like lifeguards.
Because he was also on a show called Lifeguards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was, a lot of, they were like, you know what this show needs? Aaron Spelling was like, ladies running in slow motion on the beach. Yep. With the exception of the North-South made-for-TV Civil War epics, he stars now in something called Greenhouse Academy, which has one of the most outrageous descriptions I've read in a while. Here's how it opens. 8 months after losing their astronaut mother in a rocket explosion, brother and sister Alex and Haley Woods enroll in a private boarding school for gifted future leaders.
That sounds fucking terrible.
It's on Netflix. It's adapted from some Israeli TV show.
Of course it is.
We've also got Lisa Eilbacher, who we last saw on the podcast running for her life from the butt-naked Gene Davis in the utterly insane psycho cop thriller 10 to Midnight. She's probably most recognizable for her role as Jeanette Summers in Beverly Hills Cop, but astute listeners who indulge in the dark arts of made-for-TV fare will definitely remember her for her run in a movie we've been threatening to cover for as long as we've had this podcast, Bad Ronald.
Oh yeah, she is in that.
Also, I believe
she was Callie on the Nancy Drew mysteries.
Yeah. She was specifically the Nancy Drew episodes, right? Because they alternate.
Yeah, so the show alternates. It's the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew mysteries, and they would alternate back and forth. Callie Shaw was Nancy Drew's sidekick.
Okay.
And she was she's kind of trepidatious about everything. She's a little nervous, anxious girl. She's pretty good character.
Yep. And then closing out our cast, we got Lewis Burton Lindley Jr., also known as Slim Pickens, who is 100% slumming it here.
That's right. Did he used to be a rodeo clown? Yes, he did.
We last saw him on the podcast all the way back in episode 6 when this podcast had a different name in our episode about The Howling.
That's right. He's in The Howling.
Yeah. Hollywood's...
I'd say he's probably most famous for,
I'm about
Blazing
to say
Saddles.
That, yeah.
Blazing Saddles, but also, what's the Peter Sellers movie?
Yeah, I was going to say, Hollywood's Western era kept him about as busy as an actor could be. He was in everything doing Western characters until Stanley Kubrick came along and shot a scene so iconic in the history of film that everyone has seen him riding an atomic bomb like a Bronco in Doctor Strangelove or How I Love to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. What
And
he's doing here,
he was also a rodeo clown.
he must have been audited by the IRS or something.
I don't.
Or he's
this
doing
is
somebody
80
a favor.
This is 81. I mean, because you also did not bring up Joan Bennet, who is another one who's like, what the fuck are you doing in this movie?
Is she Tanya?
No, Joan Bennet is
she's
Rag
the crazy
Lady.
bag lady.
Yeah,
Oh.
Joan Bennet, for people who do not know, Joan Bennet is Elizabeth Collins Stoddard from Dark Shadows. She was also a old Hollywood actor from like the 30s and 40s. And there's a great story where she had a husband. I cannot remember his name, but like her husband suspected that she was cheating on him. And so he like followed her one day and found her sitting in a car with another man. And so he gets out of his car and he goes over to their car and he opens fire on them and he shoots them both a bunch of times. She swears she was not cheating on him. Neither of them died. He did end up shooting them both, though.
That's crazy.
But neither of them died. And she's like, we weren't cheating. And every single time I hear that story, it's like, bitch, come on. Fucking course you were.
You're gonna take this secret. You must take this secret to your grave.
I mean, he like went to a mental health facility, I think for like a year. And I think they stayed married. Or something like that. It's like some weird, crazy shit. But like you'd have to look up the story. I'm butchering it.
Love
but that's
conquers
essentially
all.
what happened. Yeah, she's also obviously in Suspiria.
Yeah, I should have
fantastic.
highlighted her. But Slim Pickens was like, I was like, oh shit, Slim Pickens is in this movie.
I mean, rodeo clown. Come on.
And he's playing a real.
He's playing himself. He's playing Colonel. What the fuck was that guy's name?
Colonel Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colonel Tom Parker. Yeah.
Yeah. So this movie has a tagline.
It sure does, and I fucking love the
Here
tagline.
Here we go. Something terrifying is falling in love with Sheila.
It's such a good tagline for such a shit movie.
It's pretty good. I
love it.
I won't lie. I do like it. Yeah, as mentioned, ABC was touting this as a gothic romance.
So originally it was
kinda
supposed
see
to
it.
be.
It's
It was supposed to be one. It was supposed to be a gothic story where they were going to move into like an old Victorian
sure,
mansion.
like you can see that all over it because like it's got all of the trappings of a gothic horror story. It's like a Daphne du Maurier kind of thing,
Yeah.
but it's sullied by like Parker Stevenson's like real shit acting and
Yeah.
this like weird angle where like obviously there are no like crumbling mansions in Hollywood or around in Southern California
Oh, they could
all the
easily.
houses in 1980 were like 50 years old tops.
Yeah, but they could have easily filmed this on a film set. But Parker Stevenson was driving around one day and saw this house. This is a house that's it's still there. It's out in I think it's in San Diego. And
Rancho Santa Fe. Yeah, if you go to
which is not a real town. I think it's San Diego.
It's a little north of San Diego. If you go to the This House Possessed Wikipedia article, the little section about the house itself is about 3 times longer than the entire article.
Yeah. So the house is like it's not Frank Lloyd Wright-ish, but
It
like
looks
it's
it.
Yeah, it's a very it's illustrative of kind of mid-century California architecture. Like when architects were like real hot shit in America,
Yeah.
it's kind of from that era. And so he saw it, was like, we got to have it in this movie. And the problem is the house is so modern for the era that you lose so much because a Victorian house is going to sort of really telegraph something to the audience.
Right, because like
It's going to do a lot of heavy lifting.
The whole thing about like gothic horror, gothic romance is there's always a crumbling house, a facade at the center of the whole thing that's there to sort of symbolize the crumbling of sanity, the crumbling of this romance. It's a humongous metaphor, and so they throw all of that out in this movie for this like ultra modern house where either the house itself or the security system is
Doesn't
I don't know.
But it would be like if it was like last night I dreamed of Manderley and Manderley was like a sky rise, like a trailer park. It's just like, yeah, it's not going to do the same thing. It's not doing like it's the house itself, like just like in The Haunting, the house is doing a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
But here it doesn't. And that's why I think a big reason why the story kind of doesn't work This story does not work at all. It makes zero fucking
No
sense.
sense. And it dangles these like plot threads that are like genuinely interesting. Like there's a couple of moments where I was like, okay, say more. And then they don't. And they just completely fucking forget about it.
No, they won't say more.
No.
They'll say less if they can.
The title was the most overused shit of all time, American Gothic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So were there any TV reviews?
It took me a while, but I did find some. And they're not that good, though, because, TV movies don't usually get reviews. Because they usually air and that's it. They're not supposed to be run multiple times. Even though this one did. This one got rerun the following year.
You can buy it on DVD in Germany.
I won't. I could. I'm surprised I haven't, to be honest with you. But here we go. Los Angeles Times. This House Possessed is a ghost story that ranges from being so ridiculous it's funny to finally becoming downright chilling. I disagree. What's funny about
the brakes there?
What's funny about the ghost/house is that it is such a moral cat. I just love it though. Hey man, hey, this is a real moral cat, this house. When the hero and heroine of this piece go into a passionate clinch, the house literally explodes. And that's about it. And then we got Ventura County Star.
Oh, nice.
There's one reason why I kept this one. Parker Stevenson plays a rock star on the verge of a nervous breakdown who moves into an old haunted house with what the networks describe as a nubile young nurse. Veteran scene stealers Joan Bennet and Slim Pickens, who ought to know better, co-star. That's the only reason I got that one.
That's great. That's really...
So then I found an actual pretty long review. Like, these are all contemporary, and this is the longest one. This is from the Indianapolis News. Not since Jerry Van Dyke was reunited with his mother on a used car lot in My Mother the Car has there been a love story as touching as This House Possessed. It's a 2-hour exploitation potboiler, especially tailored to the tastes of the Friday night adolescent audience. But unlike My Mother the Car, which had Oedipal undertones, This House Possessed is a straight romance dealing with a house's passionate love for pretty Lisa Eilbacher. Don't let it be said that there's nothing new in romance. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
This movie is absolute trash, and I love it.
Oh boy, it is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Also, I have seen this movie. I have memories of seeing this movie. I don't remember when though. And I don't know why I would have seen this.
So I would guess a lot of this shit got recycled, like probably packaged with other stuff for syndication or for like licensing as a bulk.
Yeah, like I can't, because I remember the scenes of him singing at the beginning. I was like, oh shit, I definitely remember
that.
This.
Might just be me texting you video clips of Parker Stevenson singing.
That's
from
entirely possible. Or maybe Sam Pancake did it on his podcast, and
Sam Pancake has done this one.
Okay, because maybe that's why. Because like I listened to it and then I would watch it because I did do that for a little while.
Yeah.
So that's entirely possible. But like I have completely forgotten about it, except that when those scenes came up, I was like, oh God, I remember this now.
Oh, so the cheesy songs in this. So the guy who did the music for this is like stalwart TV music guy. His name is Billy Goldberg. Well, he did. I wrote down a bunch of the movies he did because the titles are incredible. So he did the music for The Best Little Girl in the World.
Yes.
He did The Cracker Factory. It's a pretty big wheel at The Cracker Factory. He did a movie called Mary Jane Harper Cried Last Night.
Wow.
I don't know what that one's about. A title, Troy McClure in One of My Wives is Missing. And then another one called Queen of the Stardust Ballroom.
These are great.
Also starring Tony Randall.
That's
the gay
amazing.
Jew. But I just want to throw that out there. But the music, the songs that he will sing in this were written by a woman named Carol Connors, who was a collaborator with Phil Spector.
Oh my God.
Famed murderer Phil Spector.
I was under the impression that like the writer of the writer of the movie wrote those because like he got to a point where they were like, he was like, okay, so like he's going to sing a song here. And then the execs were like, okay, so you're going to write lyrics for these songs, right? And he's like, no,
it's like, yeah, like Moon, June, Spoon. Here you go.
Because these songs do not sound like any kind of pop song.
No, they are so fucking wordy and clunky.
Yeah.
But so Carol Connor's, again, a noted gun enthusiast, Phil Spector. She also wrote To Know Him Is to Love Him, which is probably her biggest hit. But she also wrote a song from Rocky called Gonna Fly Now. And the entire lyrics to the song Gonna Fly Now are Gonna Fly Now.
Yeah. It's the theme from Rocky. Da-da,
Yeah.
da, da,
Yep.
da.
And so Carol Connors wrote that.
That's wild.
And she also wrote all of these songs.
That's amazing. See, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here with this information. You bring the good shit.
I did find a great quote about Tanya. So Tanya is should be a character that will pop up in this story. And this is from Amanda Reyes' book, Are You in the House Alone? Which everyone should read. Fantastic book about television movies. But she wrote, her persistence is so strong, bordering on annoying, that even the house spits her out for the bad taste she leaves behind.
Bordering on annoying, you say?
Ooh, she is the best character in this movie.
Oh, boy. So, shall we?
Oh, please.
Okay. So, we open on a very modern, but also very empty house somewhere in Rancho Santa Fe, California.
Yeah, they just fucking dump us right into this movie. No setup, nothing.
Yep. A young couple, one of them being Amanda Wyss of Nightmare on Elm Street fame, or Better Off Dead, take your pick.
Do you know who the other one is?
I don't know who the other one is.
That is Michael Dukakis' son.
What?
Mm-hmm. His name is John Dukakis.
Why is this getting weirder?
I told you this is a great movie.
Yep. They climb over the fence and they sneak up on the place to have a closer look. And the guy says, it'd be great to play house here.
What?
I'm
sorry, what?
Is that a euphemism?
I think so, because they can't. I think you're supposed to infer from that they're just looking for a place to fuck. But honestly, there are easier places. Because they walk up to the doors. The doors of this house are enormous.
It's like a cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah.
Much better places to fuck. You get to the back of a car. You can go to the dump.
And so Amanda Wyss looks in the window and she goes, it's sensational in there. This is the first of 1,500 times someone's going to say sensational in this movie.
Yeah.
A word that I don't think I've ever used in my life.
It's like that. I think I've never actually said the word terrific out loud until just then.
Yeah.
And
well,
it is all
Parker Stevenson uses it a lot.
Yeah. They run alongside trying to break in, but they find it locked up tight. And then they get horny and make out on the lawn beside the house.
Well, so she said, he's like, they're looking in the windows and all that. And he's like, see what I mean about playing house? And then she goes, I'm beginning to. And she says it all coquettishly.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what are they actually, like, are they trying to get in there to fuck? Because the house is like, absolutely not.
Oh, right.
Not on my lawn, you're not.
Nope. Security camera zooms in on them and watches. And then it's somehow...
And this lawn is so overgrown. It is, it is just full of copperheads.
it's that and Tick City.
Yep. Copperheads and ticks. There's cougars in there. You never know. This is California. This is Northern California. Wait, no, it's not. It's Southern California.
So there's scorpions. So then it somehow magically animates a nearby hose, which slithers up on the teenagers and hoses them down with scalding hot water, causing them to run away in terror.
And she screams, it's burning me. I'm dying. And then they run away. And then the hose just sort of slowly retreats in this sort of like, I'll teach you whippersnappers to play house here.
That's right. So now spooky, ominous zoom in on the house by night. We cut to the interior and we hear the distant sound of music.
And this house is so gauche. It is fucking hideous.
It's like Donald Trump lives there.
Except it's like Donald Trump lives there if Donald Trump, instead of gold, he loved mid-century modern. But not the nice kind.
No, Jeffrey Epstein lives here.
Oh.
So yeah, we get slow pans around the empty house to pad the running time. And then the single TV in the house plays a video of the era's hot new talent, Gary Strayhorn, singing a song.
Gary Strayhorn.
What's only lyrics seem to be, I kept believing in you. A song so tepid and lame that Barry Manilow might call it weak shit.
And the weird thing is, look, I'm going to ask a lot of questions in the next probably hour or so. And none of them have answers. But why does the house have a camera in wherever this is that
this house
Gary's
is going
playing?
to magically do some shit that I'm just like, I'm just going to go with the flow here because it's going to give him a nervous breakdown. It's going to give him searing headaches. Mm-hmm. It's going to kill Slim Pickens.
Do you know why that is? That house right there?
Oh, that house is possessed.
That house possessed. Now, what you all don't know, this is a shout out to my friend Brian. What you all don't know is that is a line that in my house for many years now is said with great frequency. We actually used to have a little sign that was like from a bouquet of flowers, but I took the card away and put on it instead a big piece of cardboard that said, "This house possessed." We were obsessed with this movie.
That's great.
Yep.
So we cut to the actual performance. So yeah, this one, Brian, this one goes out to you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Gary performs for a small crowd in what appears to be a fondue house.
Yeah, this is like a suburban. It's like a 99 restaurant. It's like a Applebee's bar.
It's the ground. It's the ground round. It's singles night at the ground round.
If you cut just to the left, there's someone weighing their child to pay by weight, because that was the thing that we do in this country.
I kept getting like so many vibes. I'm like, they definitely serve fondue at this place. Also, a lot of those like arched doorways, like the fucking Regal Beagle on Three's Company.
And
which was the style at the time.
Yeah, none of this is going to make any sense, because Gary is then later going to like go on to be like, "Money? What's that? Don't even need it. Here's my checkbook. You just fill it out yourself, you little lady." And it's like, I just saw you fucking playing in the round at a Hardee's. I don't think you can afford this house, Gary.
Yeah. So these people are just into this shit, just lame shit like you wouldn't believe. He's dressed like Neil Diamond with the shirt open to the waist and the most feathered hair you've ever seen. It is his hair. It looks like you could just like lift it off of his head and place it on a little dummy head next to him. Like it looks like
I work all day. I work all day on it, and he hits it.
Yeah. And then he jokes that the fondue house management has asked that they not blow their smoke at the performers because his contract states that they have to perform sober. As if these lame-ass white people are getting high at this shit.
They are going to hammer this into your fucking face.
Oh my God.
For the next hour and a half.
This is some of the most conservative shit. Because also, this is going to sort of come back to haunt him, but then also not haunt him because like the cops are like, "So you're a rock and roller, huh? And you don't do drugs?" Bullshit. And then like this is supposed to be like, oh, this is going to be complications, and then we never see those cops again.
Yeah, it's like the guy who wrote this movie assumed that every rock musician was Guns N' Roses circa 1987. Just all of them, without exception. Two a one. They're each doing heroin.
And it's almost like the writer was like, "See, he doesn't use drugs because he's a good person."
That's right. He's a Christian.
Yeah. So the crowd is also just so delighted by his joking.
They are.
Oh, he's so
his
funny.
banter. And then he kicks into his hot new single.
An angry breakup number called "Sensitive You're Not." And it's a song that sounds like it was written by somebody who's never heard music before.
Yeah, and Gary is feeling it so hard, but like every white guy, he's just moving his upper body.
Oh, yeah.
While his lower body is just stock still, like he's glued to the floor, but his shoulders are doing a lot of work.
Sensitive you're not. It's a joke, your sensitivity.
What a joke, your sensitivity. Sensitive, you're not. It's a joke, your sensitivity. Sensitive, that's hot. You never once showed it to me.
And so I don't have a lot of experience writing songs. I've been in a handful of kind of crappy punk bands in my life. Had to write a bunch of shit for that. The thing about writing songs is that it's not so much about the words as it is about syllable placement. Nobody told Carol Connors or Gary Strayhorn about that, though.
Nope. Then he gets all sweaty and woozy as we cut back to the TV in the possessed house, implying that it's maybe using its evil possessed powers to cause him to suddenly pass out.
How does that work? Doesn't matter.
Don't ask questions. Just shut up.
Yeah, this is sort of like somebody watched Burnt Offering. Someone's like, "Ooh, that's a good movie. How can I make that worse?"
Right. It's like, how did the house in the, like, what was it? Was it The Exorcist that the priest goes blind at church? Or is that Amityville
yeah.
Horror?
That's Amityville.
Okay, that's what it said. Like, how did the house make the guy go blind at the church?
Yeah,
right.
and in all of those movies, the answer is it doesn't matter. Here, the answer to every question is it doesn't matter.
Just shut your mouth. Watch the movie. They rush him to the hospital where his manager, Arthur, waits dressed like Colonel Sanders.
like a chunky Colonel Sanders.
Really
Meanwhile, up rolls his doctor, David Paymer. From St. Elsewhere.
Yep, one of Hollywood's most recognizable that guys shows up to get some information about Gary.
And David Paymer just cuts. He's like, I gotta cut right to the chase here. I know all about this. I know who you rock stars are. Just tell me, what's he into? I know what all these cats are like, man. Come on.
Squealers, laughers, quaaludes.
And seriously, he's like, uppers, downers, lefters, righters. What's he got, man? And like fucking Slim Pickens is like, hey now, you can't talk about him like that. He don't do drugs. It is the wildest moment.
Yeah, it's a narrative moment to let you know that Gary is straight Strayhorn, they call him.
And the doctor character by David Paymer, played by David Paymer, he's sort of like the lawyer in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, who's just like, hey man, I'm just here for the fucking money. I don't care what he's into. I'll crack his chest open right now. I'll fucking hold his heart in my hands. Whatever I gotta do to get that money, I'll keep him alive, baby.
It's so fucked up. Because that was the other thing. He's like, so he's into drugs. Like, what's he into? Like, why is he into it? And he's like, it's all for the dedication, all for the love of the game. He's like, as assume that you are Mr. Doctor Man. And the doctor's like, fuck that shit. I'm in it for the money, baby.
I'm not here saving children for the good of my health.
Nah, cocaine costs money.
It is so bizarre.
Yeah. In the hospital room, he suddenly leaps up from bed screaming.
I live in an apartment building. And if I lived in a home where people could not hear me, I would do the scream right now.
I thought you were about to tell me that like one of your neighbors does this every night.
I wish. No, my fucking neighbors are terrible. They're not as bad as they used to be, but they're still pretty bad.
Upstairs doing some kind of gigantic boot dance.
Mm-hmm.
So Nurse Sheila busts in to check on him and hooks him up with some water. And then he jokes that he had a nightmare that he died, went to hell, and became the lead singer for Lawrence Welk, as if that's some kind of joke. He would fit right in with Lawrence Welk's band.
Yeah, she's like, why don't you tell me all about it? And I was like, why don't you mind your own business, lady?
She says, it could be worse. You could be on Donnie and Marie. Topical. Also, he'd probably be pretty great on Donnie and Marie. Perfect for their sound.
And thus begins Sheila treating him like a Fabergé egg for the rest of the fucking movie. We don't even really know what happened. Like, this movie it moves at a breakneck pace where they don't even bother to like fill it. They're like, it's like Mad Libs.
No, it's like I said, like they keep like peppering it with like story, like plot elements, a mystery. Yeah. Like mystery cues that could be like really, really interesting if they fucking followed them down, like at least some sort of avenue for at least a couple of minutes. Nope, no time. Gotta get to this house possessed.
Yeah, we are going to have to fill in so much. Like the viewer does so much work in this movie, but like the premise is essentially like what happened is Gary has kind of overworked himself. And I don't really understand. Like, look, I've never been a touring musician. I've never been a touring anything.
He's got his residence at the at fucking Stuckey's.
So I don't know where he's like what, but he's had a nervous breakdown, and so Slim Pickens is like, "You can't work, and you gotta slow down. Why you gotta go on tour? You gotta get in and take a nap."
I know. Clearly, they've never heard about what Colonel Parker was really like.
Yeah, Colonel Parker would have been like, no, "What do you mean sleep? You got records to record.
I've got gambling debts to pay down." So
the premise is like Gary's got to slow it down. He's too much of a rock and roller or something like that. And so he is now in the hospital, but we're never really going to find out what is like it. They're all treating him like he just tried to blow his fucking head off in the parking lot. Like that day, he just is exhausted. This is like a classic exhaustion type of thing. But except when people used to say he's been hospitalized for exhaustion, what they meant was severe depression. Or like, I don't know, gay marriage. I don't know. But like some shit like that. Like it was never, they weren't actually exhausted. But like that's kind of classic exhaustion is what we're going with. That's why he's in the hospital. But they will continue to treat him like at any minute he could just fall off the wagon and go. He's like, they'll find him sucking dick in a bathroom to buy crack or something like that. It is so bizarre. Like none of the pieces fit together.
No. It's just don't like, why are we asking? Why are we questioning this?
And so, well, I'm only trying to fill in these gaps because I've spent the last 20 minutes just screaming.
No, I get it, because this movie has a frustrating lack of consistency.
Yeah, there's no plot here at all. But like, so then she's like, "Hey, do you want me to stay until you fall asleep?" And I'm thinking, "You're a nurse, don't you have work to do?" But he's like, "Yes." And so then she just sits down in a chair. He doesn't even look at her. He's like gazing out the window, and she's just sitting in the chair. And I was just like, God, fucking Trump's America. Like, this is why the insurance companies have ruined us.
He is going to, he sucks. He's the fucking worst. And he is going to,
he's basically a rapist at one point.
Fragile little lady. And he is just going to condescend to her the whole fucking movie. And, kind of a little sexual assault in there as well.
Oh, it's very uncomfortable.
Yep. So, the next day, Gary's shitty girlfriend, Tanya, who schlepped all the way from Sausalito, isn't allowed to see Gary. They turn her out.
I love Tanya so much. Tanya is a crazy chick who knows what she wants.
She's, her vibe is very similar to, I can't remember, but the daughter in Polyester.
Oh yeah, for a quarter I will.
Yeah, like her vibe is that where she's like, she's not, but her presence is like, she's like constantly in motion and she's extremely high energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's gonna probably be a problem later on. Back at the house seems to be watching Gary receive a massage from Sheila.
So how does the house have cameras in the hospital now?
It is omniscient. That house can see anything. That house could probably listen to us record this podcast live.
Yeah, it's because it is possessed. Also, when do nurses give massages? And she's like, "I was a physical therapist before I was a nurse." And it's like, you're like 27 years old. A physical therapist, takes like 8 years to be that.
Yeah. So they talk about Tanya. She's off again, on again with him. And then the two of them flirt a bunch.
Mm-hmm. I don't see where this is going.
Yep. Out on the mean streets of San Francisco, Sheila arrives home to receive a phone call from someone that she doesn't want to talk to. An ex, maybe? And doesn't matter. And the thing is that's important to know about her is she's an old-fashioned girl, and she thinks that couples should be married or single, whatever that means.
That sentence does not make any sense. That is an actual quote. I just think that couples should be married or single. Couples, by their very nature, cannot be single. Okay, Sheila?
Also, I do love the sound effect because the phone call, you hear her talking. She's all very exasperated and annoyed. And on the other end, they could have just kept it silent and we could have just, implied that there's somebody on the other end. But instead you hear, and then she talks. It's great. It's fucking fantastic. Over at the house is watching Gary argue with the colonel who's trying to get him to stay at the hospital to recover. But Gary, he needs to get out, needs to write new music. Mm-hmm. Squeezed about all the juice he can out of Sensitive You're Not.
Not yet, though. It's coming back. It's going to be in this again. And if nobody lives at this house, why is the electricity and all the lights on? Why does it have a thriving plant life inside?
Oh, I know. It's got that newfangled solar power system on the
That's true.
On the ceiling. Here comes Sheila, who has some vacation time coming up. Gary tells her that he'll hire her to be his personal nurse for a couple of weeks while he gets out of the hospital and gets back on the creative track.
Nothing about this is real or acceptable.
If I walked up to my boss and was like, "Hey, listen, starting tomorrow, I'm going to take 2 weeks off," they'd be like, "The fuck you are."
Yeah, I've got some vacation coming up. Hey, why don't you take on this weird contracting job with a guy you just met in the hospital where you work?
He is straight Strayhorn, doesn't use drugs, perfectly good guy.
Yeah, that's right.
She talks about it with the head doctor. Also, Gene Simmons, famously teetotaler from Kiss. Also, that doesn't make him a good guy.
No, he is a huge sack of shit, actually.
Horrible to women.
Yeah.
So now she talks about it with the head doctor, who cautions her that he doesn't really know this guy, and he's not wrong.
You know what this reminds me of? That scene in a Touch of Satan, where they're like, "You didn't call anyone, did you?" Because the doctor is just like, he doesn't know anything about your past.
Right. Yeah,
Does he?
Like, why does
Sheila?
this doctor know about her mysterious dark past?
And if that's the case, because he's like, I remember I was your doctor. And I was like, well, remember, that's wildly inappropriate for you to be working together then.
Yep. Only this doctor, he implies that she has some secrets, dark past, a thing that must not be confronted.
Yes.
They're not telling
Yes.
Yep. It's none of his business, if you ask me. So Sheila and Gary get into his sweet truck and drive. No destination, no mission. It's just Zen driving.
Nope. She's like, hey, where are we going? And he says, I just thought we'd get in the car and drive. And my note says, red flag, Sheila. He's like, we'll just wind up someplace sensational.
That's what he says.
This is a terrible plan.
This sucks.
I think I know how Gary ended up having a nervous breakdown.
Yep.
He's extremely unstable and impulsive.
He really
What do you have,
is.
ADHD?
Being a freewheeling rock star, he has no home, so they're going to drive until they find one.
Next time, he's going to be spending all of his money on Blu-rays.
Fucking posters out the ass. Ninja Turtles till the cows come home.
Hell. Oh, it's sad when you say it like that.
Just, should I go on?
Please don't.
Oh, they stop into a nice little San Diego suburb and set to finding the real estate agent to find a place to live. An agent takes them out to the ominous possessed house, just as it planned. It's all coming together.
Yeah, she's still like, she must have met them and been like, just the two of you? Allow me to take you to this sprawling estate in the middle of nowhere that could accommodate a family of 30.
It's a
It's like a compound.
It is. Yeah. The house is super modern. It's so easy to take care of. You don't even have to dust. The crazy old house watches them on the security cameras. All the windows are made of unbreakable glass. Important to know for later on.
Yeah. It's Chekhov's unbreakable glass, we'll call that.
Gary, being a top shelf dipshit, just loves it.
And she goes, so the realtor is like, hey, come on, I'll show you the kitchen. And of course, she just means Sheila.
Yep.
And in the meantime, Gary is like, it's sensational. It's terrific. Gary, stop talking like that.
He's got like 2 adjectives for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So she takes them to the security center to give us a little foreshadowing. Also, completely powered by solar energy, which was pretty novel for 1981.
Listen, if you are shown a house that has this much of a security system, I guarantee you some really bad shit happened there.
Oh, there is definitely a secret basement with some women in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what was it, Gary Hadnick? Yeah, the guy, the serial killer who, when the cops showed up, he was like, what? They were here when I moved in. That was literally what he said.
It's my favorite story.
It's my favorite serial killer.
Gary decides to just buy it on the spot instead of renting it. He
does. He's like, sensational. I'll take it. It's literally what he says. Yeah. Let me just go get my checkbook. He doesn't even need to check the price.
No, she's like, hey, don't you want to know how much it is? And he's like, nah. Being 1981, it probably cost about $50,000.
Gary is playing county fairs at best. And now he's just like, you know what? Bag it up for me. I'll take it.
Yep. That night, while he sleeps, Sheila is awoken by a voice calling out to Margaret.
Okay, but is it? We're never very clear about what is diegetic and what is not.
Okay.
And so I'm never sure if we're supposed to hear the voice or if she is also hearing the voice.
That's a good question, because later on, the bag lady's going to be like, Margaret, you should never have come back. And she's never heard the name before.
Yeah.
So maybe it's an audio cue to us, but she's just, I don't know, following.
Again, it doesn't matter,
I don't
right?
know. This is exhausting. She gets up, walks around, heading outside while the voice continues to beckon, and then along comes Gary, who startles her. And he is quickly becoming a condescending jerk now that he has her in his clutches. Yep. Dude should try some drugs. Take the edge off of his personality.
That is going to be her recommendation for the rest of the movie. She's like, hey, Gary, have you ever tried benzodiazepines?
got this wonderful drug called Xanax. You're going to love it.
Chill out.
Yeah. Later on, he sits at a piano and bangs out a new love song. Montage of shots of the house, which is decorated inside with a lot of wicker furniture, like a lot of wicker furniture.
Yeah. And then he, like, for some reason, like, the music's not going well, his song's not going well. And, Gary, quite reasonably, just smashes the thing down on the piano and he's got his head down on it. It's like an animal playing the piano.
Sheila's arranging some flowers in the kitchen. She's wearing a patchy primary colored vest that I'm pretty sure our mom had in the 90s.
I think it might be macrame. It's so chunky.
It's padded,
Yeah.
So, Gary slams on the piano, complaining of one of his staggering headaches as Sheila busts his chops about not taking his medication and gets about to massaging the dude.
And the way she's just fucking grinding her fingers right into his forehead, like you are definitely not helping Sheila.
No.
You can't be helping.
No, she was like, hey, she was like looking for a little. They had no consultants on the thing. She's like, so like, how do I massage away a headache? And they're like, like really massage his forehead. And she's like, this, and they're like, no, harder.
Like, Sheila, here's the thing about massages. They're for muscles. You don't have those in your forehead, I don't think. Not many of them, anyway. And then he's like, I got to get back to writing this song. And she's like, well, maybe it'll be my song. And my note is, easy, Yoko. You just met, okay?
Yeah. So she goes into the control center to turn down the air conditioner, get a sense like she's being watched. As she leaves, the screens all light up with pictures of a little girl. Now, who could that be?
And those are actually pictures of a child Lisa Eilbacher.
Yep. While Sheila is out, she catches the eye of the local bag lady who insists that she's named Margaret and tells her that she shouldn't have come back.
She just, Margaret, why have you come here? Now, the thing about Joan Bennet, I don't know that she was ever a great actor.
She was on Dark Shadows, man.
If you've ever, hey, easy. If you ever watched Dark Shadows, it's soap acting, it's melodrama. But she is phoning it in so fucking hard in this movie. There will be moments where you'll be like, did she just hold up the script on camera?
Yeah.
It is the most wooden delivery ever. Margaret?
Yeah. And there's a lot of, she's very, very handsy too. There's a lot of touching of the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
it's a real Shelley Winters performance.
She shuffles off with her shopping cart full of belongings.
Yep.
While Sheila returns, she gives Gary his medication, then goes to her room where we watch her brush her hair for like 5 whole minutes.
But my note is we get to watch Lisa Eilbacher brush her hair for a solid 15 minutes. And she just stares off into the middle distance. Yeah. Look, this is the 1981. These are languid shots. They had a lot of time to just sort of like, you just slowly do your thing. You walk down the hall. Don't take your time.
I know. This is time.
Why in such a hurry?
There's like 15 montage shots of just like the cavernous house, like the interior of it. There's a 5-minute shot of her just brushing her fucking hair. This is time that they could have used to like chase down some of these mystery prompts that they peppered into the script and then ignore.
Well, so here's the thing about that. If anybody has watched a lot of television films, you'll probably notice a lot of shit like this. It's because these scripts were written in like 5 days. Sometimes less than 5 days. Like they would just jam this shit out. Like these were people who are on contract for ABC.
Yeah.
And they would just knock this out. And like, there's not a lot of rewriting. There's not a lot of they would do different drafts, but like you'd crank this shit out and then start production a week later.
This script is like a fucking rough draft at best.
Yeah. And so there's always these just like shots that are like the phone rings 17 times before someone picks it up.
That's right. Yep. Then she hears a spooky music box song coming from the closet. Inside, she finds a definitely not haunted Raggedy Ann doll.
Yep. And then the room lights up like she's on Broadway.
The door to the room mysteriously closes on its own, and then lights flash suddenly. The voice calls out to Margaret again, and then she goes out to show Gary and asks if he was calling her. Of course not. Don't be silly.
I think what would have been great is if in the end it turned out that Sheila was psychotic and then she tries to kill Gary.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been a way better movie.
Yeah. This house possessed by a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they get out for a little fresh air, hopping on a tandem bike.
My note says tandem bikes are so gay.
Joking about how
Prove me wrong.
that is so particular for the era.
Mm-hmm.
It was like every family sitcom intro had at least one tandem bike.
I think you're thinking of Three's Company.
Three's Company. Also, what's that? Just the 10 of Us. They must have had a 10-person tandem bike or something.
A tandem bike.
God damn it!
Honestly, this is the worst episode we've ever recorded. I'm sorry, everybody. It's my idea again.
Hey, it's good to laugh. It feels good to laugh.
Every reference in this to anyone who is not a middle-aged, they're like, what are these things? What are you talking about? What is a dark shadow?
They're gonna turn to their parents and be like, was television really like this? And they're gonna be like, unfortunately, yes.
Like, kinda, yeah.
So they get out.
It's just not as funny.
Yeah. They joke about how they're both kind of shit cooks while the mysterious bag lady watches them.
Yeah, my note is, that's right, Gary. Neg her right into your heart.
When they get dinner, they pour some brandy and get to talking about their pasts. He asks about her parents who died when she was younger. Gary's mother was disappointed that he turned rock star instead of his piano chops, turning him into another Van Cliburn, which is just the deepest cut imaginable.
Yeah, it's again, my note is that your mom was expecting that you wouldn't be playing for a bar full of boring white people in Sausalito.
No, instead you'd be beating the fucking Ruskies at their Tchaikovsky competition in the 50s. Oh boy. They kiss until the intensity starts to scare Sheila, and she says no, and Gary just ignores her.
Okay.
And I hate it because she's like crying and panicking.
It's so weird to me that this was a portrayal of something where like something that probably happened a lot.
Yeah.
And to us right now, we're watching this and it is making us like viscerally uncomfortable. It is like hitting so hard because like this is a woman who clearly does not want this to happen. She is saying no multiple times and he just keeps fucking mashing his greasy face into her. And it's wicked rapey. And they sort of treat it like it's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, like as the scene resolves, like he sits back like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a real like kind of moment. And then he's just like, oh, I guess the moment's gone. It's like, no, Gary, there was never a moment. You just sexually assaulted her. Also, she's your employee.
This was one of the moments on Friday night during the chat where we were like, boo, kill this guy.
What the fuck?
Yep.
It's so bizarre because until this moment, Gary's a big fucking man baby throughout the entire thing. Like from the moment he's like, oh, in the hospital.
I fucking hate him so much, especially like, I mean, and couple that with the fact that his music just fucking sucks too.
Yeah, he sucks real hard, but like the fact that he is all of a sudden, he's just like this aggressive predator in this moment. It's like, oh, you've like lured her into this weird trap of yours.
Yeah. He has pulled her out to this location that he admits is like pretty out of the way and pretty remote, you know?
Yeah.
You know, hey, anything can happen, you know, but like, you know, I mean, it's nothing's going to happen, but you know, because of the implication.
Right. Like you don't need to call your mom, do you? You know what? You'll talk to her another time. You don't need to talk to her right now. Actually, I'll take your keys. It's fine. It's got that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, what? This movie just became something else.
Yeah.
But, you know, she had her chance, so Gary's going to move on real quick.
Right.
Because my girl's coming over.
Yeah. The next day, things are tense between them. He tries to talk to her about last night, but she's not having it. And he acts like she's a gigantic bitch and stomps off to find the electrician just working outside. And he seems...
I was so confused. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
And also, so does Gary. He seems like, who the fuck is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure is a lot of complicated wiring in there, he says. Also, he's like, hey, I'm just up here fixing all this shit. Don't worry about it. Not going to charge you.
Yeah, but also, I don't know if you know this. I think this house possessed.
A lot of complicated wiring in there. This house, listen, Gary, this house might be possessed.
This house possessed.
Now there's a buzz at the gate, and it's Tanya.
Who do you think it is? It's the welcome wagon lady.
If Sheila's too frigid for Gary's wild oats, then Tanya's appearance is right on time.
That is almost exactly what my note says.
Tanya fucking sucks. She's
just like, hey, lady, get my fucking bags.
Yeah, they have a quick moment where Tanya's like, where Sheila's like, hey, Tanya tells her, don't worry about the clean sheets, honey. I won't be sleeping in here if you get
and my note
meeting.
My note says, atta girl, Tanya.
Not going to be doing a lot of sleeping, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
The house picks up on Tanya's bad vibes and angrily breaks the mirror in her bedroom.
Yeah, the house fucking hates Tanya. But look, I don't know. I kind of love Tanya.
She's a good time gal.
Yeah.
Out in the living
room. But also, how does the house break the mirror?
The house is going to a brick wall of the house is going to breathe later on.
Yeah, the house has a lot of inexplicable powers.
Out in the living room, everybody thinks that Tanya is taking a shower, but here she comes bombing into the situation.
Yep.
Actually, not taking a shower, having, taking a
steam. She's taking a steam.
Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, while Tanya's taking a steam, Gary and Lisa Eilbacher, Sheila, they have the most, from here on out, they will have the most passive-aggressive relationship, and I think things are going to work out great for them.
This is the kind of foundation that a rock-solid relationship is built on.
Yeah, like she'll be like, I see that Tanya's here. How long is she going to be staying? And he's just like, well, I don't know. I guess as long as it takes for somebody else to come around. And that is how they will speak to each other for the rest of the movie.
Yep.
Where she'll be like, your mom's coming over, huh?
Yeah, meanwhile,
I guess you don't need me anymore.
Gyrating into the scene.
She's for a quarter, I will.
She is demanding to hear some music, not wanting to be around for this bullshit. Sheila hits the town again, where she runs into the bag lady who calls her Margaret again and then hobbles off into the sunset.
It's that moment, the moment where Divine is in the kitchen. I can't remember the girl's name.
I can't remember it either.
But she comes jiving into the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's basically Tanya.
This is gonna bug me, so now I'm gonna look it up. Is Lulu.
Yes.
Her daughter's name is Lulu. So Lulu coming in, shimmying and shaking. She goes.
For a quarter, I will.
Sheila stops into the library to get a little something to read. Maybe a Harlequin novel, a romance novel.
I do. I love that she goes into this. So she goes into the library. The library lady's like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's just like, she's like, "You don't have to whisper. Nobody fucking cares. It's a library in Sausalito." But then she's like, "So, what are you looking for?" And she's like, "I just need a book to read." It's like, can you be more specific?
I know. Awesome, brilliant. You're in the right place. Can you narrow that down a little bit?
That's basically what she says. And then she's like, fiction? I'm like, for God's sake, Sheila.
Yeah. While she talks to the librarian, she finds out that the house that she lives in, this house is possessed.
Yeah, she didn't know that, though.
No.
She's like, it's certainly not to my taste, which is a nice way of being like, your house is tacky as shit.
So much wicker furniture. That shit is not comfortable.
It's extremely ornate. You have a swimming pool in your living room.
Yeah. But also, the librarian's kind of into it. It's weird. It has some kind of death curse, you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the house, Gary is playing his new song, You Played Me Like a Song. It's terrible.
And Tanya is she is writhing around that piano. She is all but rolling around on top of it.
Yeah.
Like Michelle Pfeiffer in the Fabulous Baker Boys.
Yeah.
She's just riding that piano
and then
bench.
she sits down on the bench next to him, throws a handful of pills into her mouth and washes it down with champagne.
And that is when we get the line, "Why don't you remind me how good you play?"
And then she
he's
rips
like, "I
his
thought
shirt
I
open."
did." And she goes, "Not the piano, baby, not the piano."
Shit. Yeah. Buzz just guzzling down champagne and pills. And they start making out, and she looks all broken.
God, she's like me in my 20s. Seriously.
Haunted by loneliness.
Fucking train wreck.
Yeah, but you know what you didn't have? A possessed house that takes notice of her pain.
That's true. Or an incredible pantsuit.
and that macrame vest.
I didn't have the confidence to pull off either one.
You might have come out like a little bit better in your 20s if you had a house that got righteous vengeance on your behalf.
Probably.
In the morning, Sheila talks to Gary, implying that she heard them fucking around all night. Gary, being an A-plus womanizer, says some real ignorant shit about Tanya. She's like booze. Too much can make you sick, but the first couple shots are terrific.
But like the implication is just sort of like, well, maybe if I had something else to drink.
Oh, yeah. So now Tanya is up taking a steam. She happily scrubs away in the shower while the house watches. And then...
Why is there a camera in the shower?
Again, I don't think there is. I think the house just is magic. It can just see everything.
It's omnipresent.
Yeah, it's like God. It can watch you sing Sensitive You're Not over at the Regal Beagle, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And then the house switches the water over to the blood tanks and hoses are down with blood. Tanya understandably freaks out. It is.
But you could also, so you could hear Tanya, she's screaming, but also in the background is someone else is screaming.
There is a scary shit happening musical cue that is.
Yeah, it's like you bought the Haunted House CD for like your Halloween party. It's like that is playing in the background.
Yeah, it's like Ned Flanders in the murder house.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And so now later out back.
Also, the Gary's scream when he wakes up in the hospital, it's like when Ned Flanders kills the plant.
Later out back, they talk about Tanya's freak out. They seem completely oblivious about the shower covering with blood. Nobody else saw it. It was kind of hard to miss, if you ask me.
A lot of weird shit happening here, and they're just like, hey, whatever, man. It's 1981. Yeah. All right? Yeah, this stuff is going to happen.
Listen, drop a lewd, boil your hair. Just chill. Just chill. So then they talk about how Tanya is basically Gary's fuck buddy and nothing more. And then
But don't worry. It's still your song, Yoko. Jesus.
Years from now, she's going to take him to court over this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Over the bag lady's shack, she muses to her cat that Margaret is back and it'll happen all over again because the evil is still in the house and no one can stop it.
This is when she delivers the line, the evil, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Good God. Like, just...
This woman has been in many, many Hollywood productions. And she delivered that line just like I did right now. Margaret?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a stage production of this. I'll be Rag Lady.
I'll be
everybody.
Just a one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
Sheila and Gary talk about how he's such a straight arrow.
Oh, God.
Straight Strayhorn, they call him.
They're just going to fucking beat this into our faces for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, Gary, nobody cares, all right? Nobody cares that you don't do drugs. Good for you.
Right. Then it gets back to Sheila's past. She admits that she made all that shit up about her parents. You see.
Right. So she's a liar and she's super passive aggressive. Great. A fantastic combination.
And a fragile little wilting flower. Mm-hmm. You see.
Yes, if you look up the diagnostic criteria for all of those things, that is a borderline personality disorder.
Yep. You see, she has no memory of the first 7 years of her life. It's just a total blank. Like maybe she went to the McMartin preschool or something.
Oh, Jesus. She saw all of her friends chopped up into little pieces and flushed down the toilet. It totally happened.
These people found her wandering around by herself. The police couldn't find anything about her parents, so they put her in a foster home. And then they make out some more. But this time she's into it because she beat out Tanya for his attention.
That's right. Because he's like, I don't care who you were. All I'm interested is who you are now. And hey, everybody, just a hot tip. If anyone ever says to you, I don't care who you were, that person needs to leave your life immediately. You're bringing me down with all your trauma, baby. Just live in the moment. Be more like Tanya.
Sheila, you're bringing me down, man.
Zora.
Later on, they're in bed and the phone is ringing. It's the librarian with some hot information about the house. She offers...
This is where I was like, first of all, why is the librarian calling in the middle of the night? It turns out it's not the middle of the night, but we're never really clued in.
Yeah, they just had day sex.
Yeah, this is like 5 p.m. fucking. And so then she's just like, well, I found all this shit. As soon as you were here, I rushed out and found all this information for you. That is a sign of a very good employee, a very good librarian, first of all. And then she's like, but you know what? I I'm going to check out of here soon. Why don't I just bring it by the house?
Yeah.
I can't wait to get in there and look around.
Yeah, she
Like,
wants
all
to
right,
meet
I
Gary.
guess.
She wants a little shot at straight Strayhorn.
Jesus.
So she offers to bring it over tonight so she can get a look at the house. She read some real spooky shit about it. So now that night, the librarian drives up. They buzz her in, but this house possessed has other plans.
They buzz her in and she's like, oh, hey, it's me. Like they're old friends or something. Like if someone came to my house and was just like, hi, I'm here. I'd be like, and you are who?
Yeah. Yeah. But then the house, it shuts the gate on her car, crushing it. Gary rushes up and tries to override the controls, but nothing happens. And she's all screaming her head off inside as the gate crushes it more and more until it suddenly explodes.
Because it's 1981.
Yeah.
It's a car from 1981. She could have just climbed in the back and gotten out the back door.
Oh, I know. You think it was a fucking Ford Pinto.
But no. She just like sits in there and lets it explode, I guess.
Some real shitty cops led by Barry Corbin of Stir Crazy, Dead and Buried, and just about any other movie that needs a cop or military guy with a Texas accent come by to question them.
Also, this movie is not that far removed from Dead and Buried, and he looks like shit in this movie.
I know. Was Dead and Buried 1980?
I think so.
Yeah. So, they're convinced that it's drugs because, again, rock star. And then they go away and we never see them again. They're just real shitty and menacing at him. And they're setting up maybe there's going to be a little police intervention here. Nope.
Yeah.
They never come back.
No. They're like, nobody cared about her. She was a librarian.
Now, here comes the Colonel listening to Sensitive You're Not again. And I don't blame him. The song rules.
Yeah.
They got big talk.
It's a joke, your sensitivity.
Yep. Sensitive You're Hot. Because it rhymes with Sensitive You're Not.
Oh.
Yep. They got
Carol Connors. She's not going to work that hard for $25.
No, her biggest hit is a song with one lyric.
Mm-hmm.
The Colonel...
And she wrote that while someone was pointing a gun at her.
They've got
it's a real deep cut for all the Spectre fans out there.
Yep. They've got big talk to take care of. Gary is going on tour. So Sheila drives out to the bag lady's shack for some answers about this house possessed. And then the bag lady is off in town being ominous. So Sheila leaves a note.
A couple of great things you just breezed by. When Slim Pickens shows up, he's like, hey, what happened? Your barbecue get out of hand? Jesus Christ, Slim Pickens, a lady was killed here 5 hours ago.
Right in front of your fragile little rock star.
But you know what? No time for that. We got to get on our European tour, which starts in 3 weeks. You're going to plan an entire European tour in 3 weeks?
Yep. Also, hey, he knows a real good glazer who will fix that.
Glazer and Frisco. But he's also like, you can just quit your job, right, Sheila? I mean, you can come with me. You're just a lady after all.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs nurses, right?
Yeah. And then Sheila comes home and they hit her with the news. They're going on tour. She's like, did you forget? Like, I'm on vacation from the hospital, man. But they got to get back to him quick so they can book the dates. The house is also watching them plan on leaving it and probably doesn't feel too good about it.
Yeah, I would like to point out again, just in case everybody forgot, she has known him for 2 weeks.
If that.
He has bought her a house.
Yeah, a $20 million house that is possessed.
Mm-hmm.
They have not known each other for 2 weeks. She's on vacation for 2 weeks. So ideally they've known each other for like maybe a week.
Well, no, because she's on vacation. She takes the vacation to go with him.
Yeah. So they've known each other for a little, just like days, nominally.
Yeah. And already like 2 people have died.
Right. So, the Colonel goes home, takes the fucking mirror with him. They're going to book the tour. Colonel pours himself a drink while a mirror in his apartment warps and bends magically. And then it suddenly explodes. A huge shard of glass just stabs him in the chest, killing him.
And that is a wrap on Slim Pickens.
Gary and Sheila attend the funeral. They wonder what the hell is going on with this house, possessed. Sheila tries to pass it off like it's all accidents, and then they think that it might have to do with whoever used to live in this house. I guess they'd better find out who that was.
I think it's Sheila.
So they head over to the town offices and get the documents about the house. They find the
From Philip Baker Hall at Philip Baker Hall's mustache.
And they find the original plans and a page which says that the house, built 30 years ago, was built specifically for Gary and a girl named Margaret.
What?
I am sure that plot thread could be interesting as hell. Too bad we won't be following up on it. Also, who is Margaret?
Never. We're never going to see this again.
Like, that's cool. That's a fucking really interesting prompt. And they just blow past it.
Yep. Because we're never even clear whether this house possessed or whether this house is like a sentient machine.
Yeah, like, is this demon seed or is this Amityville horror? Right.
And I believe it's because originally it was supposed to be Amityville horror. And then he was like, but what about this real happening house, cats? What do you think of that? And they're like, well, it looks super modern. And he's like, yeah, haven't you seen Demon Seed? And everyone was like, no. No. And you're like, really? The one where the lady from The Haunting gets raped by the house? No.
Yeah. So, yeah. Good God. Meanwhile, across town, the bag lady finds Sheila's note, gets ready to go on putting on her best hair covering.
She's fucking suiting up for battle is what Joan Bennett's doing.
Yeah, it's like the scene in Rambo when like he's getting serious and he's like racking up, getting ready to go out.
I keep looking at my note and wanting to say John Benet.
Yeah.
But clearly not John Benet.
No. Sheila tells Gary about hearing the voice calling out to Margaret. Okay, so she is hearing the voice.
Okay.
And then they argue some more, and he gets one of those headaches that seems to be caused by the house, or he's just a passive-aggressive shithead who's just trying to manipulate her.
Yeah, he's one of those people where, like, she calls him out. She's just like, you're being a real dick right now. You're really hurting my feelings.
Headache. Oh, also, I completely forgot to mention that when she's like, I can't go on tour with you, he's like, all right, then fucking marry me. And she's like, oh, you've made me the happiest girl in the world.
Again, 5 days. They've known each other for 5 days.
Good God. Later on, Gary is all zonked out of the medication she gave him. She hears the house calling to her again, so she follows it around, eventually shutting off the spooky sound effect generator. Mm-hmm. And then she finds the bag lady in the house, having somehow evaded the omniscient security system.
And my question is, did Joan Bennett walk to the house? Because we are led to believe this house is really out in the middle of nowhere. I'm guessing Rag Lady doesn't have a fucking car.
No.
And then she just kind of lets herself in. But to be fair, Sheila let herself into her house earlier, so.
This is true. Yeah, like maybe it's a lot of downhills and she just rode her little grocery cart the whole way.
Can you imagine just like middle of the night, some weird homeless lady shows up at your patio door and is just like quietly whispering your name?
Yeah. So Bag Lady tells her that
it's like The Strangers.
I know. Yeah, Bag Lady tells her that she is Margaret. And then the house watchers her give Sheila Margaret the exposition dump.
Yeah, she is. This is where Joan Bennet becomes the exposition fairy who's here to fill in the many, many gaps in the story, but certainly not all of them.
No, she was Margaret's nurse back in the day. And now the house starts turning up the heat in the swimming pool. The solar panels start to glow as the bag lady explains that she used to be a special child and the house loved her. And then the house...
I mean, I feel like if you're a nanny and you know that the house you're in...
is possessed?
...loves the child that you are in charge of, you need to tell somebody. Because that house is possessed.
And her father was an architect who was about to move them out of the house for a new offer in the country. So the house killed her parents.
Yeah, and her father's some real wishy-washy shit, because her father, he built this house for her and her mother. It's explicitly stated. He built the house for her and her mother. And then 3 years later, someone's like, oh, hey, we got this job over in Germany. And he's like, yeah, fuck this house. I'm going to sell this house that I built for you, and we're just going to take off. Like, well, what kind of commitment is that?
Yeah, no. So the house couldn't have Margaret leaving, so it killed her parents. And then a gust of wind blows the old lady into the pool where she boils to death. Or rather, where a very obvious stunt double boils to death.
Yes, a very obvious male stunt double. Again, it's like that scene in the Golden Girls where Rose is doing these like big somersaults and like giant cartwheels. Yeah. And it's so obviously a dude in a wig.
So Sheila and Margaret passes out, and when she wakes up, she runs and wakes Gary up too. They have to go.
Yeah, maybe if you didn't fucking drug him, he would have been awake for all of
I know. Things are getting spooky. So they try to leave, but the doors are locked. And then they try some alternative exits, and the doors are getting closed all around them. And the phone's dead too. The house aggressively turns on the air conditioner.
Yeah, the house is going to air condition them to death.
Now that's an ending.
Chekhov's HVAC
That is
system.
an ending that I would have fucking loved, is that they freeze to death at like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining in this house because the air conditioner was that intense.
And also, this house is massive. Like, it is cathedral ceilings. It is just fucking huge. There's no way any HVAC system that would take days to get that cold.
Yeah. So Gary tries to break the windows, but doing nothing, Buster. The house then traps them in the bedroom, forcing Gary to take the door off the hinges. A design flaw that the house never saw coming.
Yeah,
And then
it's analog, baby.
And then Sheila info dumps to a remarkably credulous Gary. So now she is starting to crack up, so Gary does what any commanding dude would do. He shouts at her and shakes her vigorously. And then...
And I believe this is about the time when the air conditioning cuts out and the heat kicks on.
Right.
It's been on for all of 12 seconds, and the two of them are glistening.
And then he goes and sets the house on fire, which seems like a bad idea given that they're trapped there. Also,
Right?
The brick walls of the house are breathing as it gets angrier. Yeah, the let's set the house on fire plan, flawed to say the least.
Gary, you're in the house.
And it's possessed.
What? It's like a metaphor for America electing Trump. We're all Gary at this point.
Actually, at this point, we're 1 year into Reagan. So Gary then wets the two of them down. They go busting through the burning side door leading outside, and then they stand on the lawn watching the house burn down.
Also, that shit doesn't work. You can be as wet as you want. You're still breathing in toxic crap.
Yeah. Sheila screams at the house, and then the house responds by wrapping Gary in an electric cable. So she reasons with it until it lets him go and opens the gate. Roll credits.
Yeah, what she says at the end is, I need to be with him. He loves me. Bitch, it has been less than 2 weeks. Also, I don't think he does love you. I think he owns
in
you.
In a few days, you have seen his absolute worst sides.
And multiple people are dead because of it.
Yeah, I'm not going to put the blame on the possessed house. I'm putting this shit all on Gary.
Yeah, with the exception of Rag Lady and Tanya, and the librarian, and Slim Pickens. You know what?
Okay, everybody died.
I want to be Team House. The only people that get left alive are the ones that should have been killed.
Yeah.
All right, look. This movie's absolutely ridiculous. It has barely has a plot. It's like someone just threw everything into a blender and then added some really terrible songs to it. And it's great.
I can't lie. I enjoyed it tremendously. It's the stupidest shit that I've seen in a while, and I needed this.
Yep.
So fucking guys, it's free on YouTube, and in a version. No matter, you can find a couple of uploads of it, and I think both of them are from the same source because it looks,
they all look like shit.
It looks like you're watching it through the bottom of a glass.
It's a VHS rip, and it's terrible, but it's all you're going to get.
Yeah, it's like a 320p kind of thing. So, you know, but it's, if you got nothing going on, you got 90 minutes to kill. This house,
kill it with this.
It's pretty fucking silly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We've taken a steam and shaken off the road dirt. What's coming up?
Well, next week on Bring Me the Axe, it's not going to be as funny. We're going to be watching Nosferatu, the Vampire, starring world-famous lunatic Klaus Kinski. It's a great film.
Most dangerous actor in the world.
Yep. It's a fantastic movie. I love it very much.
Oh, yeah, I do as well. We get some Isabella Gianni in there as well.
Yep. And then in 2 weeks, this here 99-cent rental is going to be back with a movie that is stupid, but not quite as stupid as This House Possessed. It is The Wraith.
Yeah, we get to rip on Charlie Sheen and have another laugh. Have another laugh at a patently ridiculous 80s movie.
Yep.
So yeah, This House Possessed. We hope you enjoyed. Be back here in a week for Nosferatu and some Werner Herzog impressions.
Yeah, I promise we will have pulled it together by then. Probably.
There's a lot more meat on that bone, you know?
Yeah.
And then be back at 2 for the Wraith. It'll be a good time. We'll see you then.
Woo!
You're not everything I wanted you to be. You're not used to giving a lot. It's all a one-act scenario. You cause sensitive, you're not. Ain't gonna feel no more guilt. It's you, not me. You in the words about how much you care. What a joke, your sensitivity. Sensitive, you're not. It's a joke, your sensitivity.